Alright, this is fun. Nice and wet. Now going back need to get some bread and prepare that AI thing for tomorrow. I'm not going to test it again today because it's actually very expensive and I have to decide if this is wow, this is it's when the rain comes, it makes sure it tells you it's coming, you know? And you can't really hold it back once it wants to come. It's like that's what it's like in the Gold Coast. And there's this okay. No, he's parking. Okay, he doesn't have his blinker on or anything else. That was not very smart when you think about it. I'm just going to go straight and turn left. There aren't many cars at the moment. So, see, if I could monetize this channel, then I can go buy a DJI Action 6. So that means I need everybody who's watching this channel, to grab everybody they know to actually watch. You know. And what I should do from now on is make a YouTube version, a long version, landscape version, and then Instagram and Facebook can have both versions on it, I guess. I've given up on TikTok, and I'll tell you why. I had over 10,000 subscribers. No, I had 140,000 subscribers on my TikTok. And then I had my shirt off, but I'm a man, I'm male, you know, I'm a XY chromosome. So Facebook, no problem, they're on the telephone. Facebook, no problem. Instagram, no problem, but TikTok, they just took down my they completely banned me, and I never had any bans before, and I was thinking I had, basically below my belly button I had the pants on. There was no problem there. And they're running, when they run AI, everybody uses AI now to do all their banning. So like I had a YouTube account. It's a simple job. It got banned. Like, no, I didn't do anything. There was like 4 videos about products and services. There was nothing nefarious on it, and it just got. And you can't. But if you appeal, it goes through AI again. You actually have to send a letter to the YouTube. Actually, Google lawyers. So you have to find out who they are. And the reason I know that is that I've done that once before. I had a channel which was about a car restoration I was doing, an old Mazda rotary car, and it got banned years ago. I wrote a letter to the actual lawyers, and it was reinstated without me knowing. I remember that. Does anybody remember a couple of years ago, around the COVID time, there were a lot of bans across the board. I had a lot of bans back then, and also LinkedIn banned me, and I'm like, what happened to me? What did I do on LinkedIn? I couldn't check the posts because I couldn't enter them, but they exactly a year later. No, there was something. What happened? There was remember when Mark Zuckerberg there was a congressional hearing. It got lifted then. I thought that makes sense. But the YouTube one didn't. It got lifted. About a year after the ban, because I sent a letter in, and then I sent a letter in a few months. Anyway, getting back to it. So, yeah, another one's interesting. The I Want a Visa Instagram got banned. There was no video. It got registered and it got banned. What? That was for a visa. Now I'm actually I've actually started an AI matrix engine for iwantavisa.com. It's for visas for Thailand. What happens is that this is why it was a good idea. You can try to get visa assistance, but you can't. You should go through and work out exactly what's possible for you and what you need, what documents you need. Because if you fly to Thailand first with nothing, it's a very difficult process. But if you go prepared and everything's basically ready to go, and I knew one guy, Ray, who had to fly back to Australia to do all of his retirement documents again. It was very, for him, he said it was a nightmare because the agent just said, just come and in 2 weeks we'll start the process while you're on a tourist visa. He did that and he said it became a monster. But when he went back to Australia, he organised all the documents himself. My apology. He went back to Australia and then he had his lady friend. I mean, Ray, he's like in his late 60s, and he invited his lady friend over. Their relationship, I don't know. She was very nice. I met her when he was going to the gym. I met her quite often. But she came over to Australia for 30 days and helped him. She had also done about a month's worth of work just to work out what to do because she wasn't a visa expert. So I took all of that knowledge and I put it into an AI matrix engine, a visa matrix engine, which goes through it goes through the requirements, all requirements for every single visa. And with the information you input, as long as it's honest, it outputs what you can probably get. It works really well, actually, I must admit. And it's Australian $90 plus GST, which I think is a really good price because if you go to Thailand, it can end up cost just for 1 month to organise all this. It's $5,000, $6,000, $8,000. You can go through $5,000, $6,000 because it's sort of a little bit of a gamey situation. But if you go with everything prepared, it's good. And I know agents who have told me do this. I know one she's very honest. She does everything the right way, and she's very friendly with Thai immigration police. So what she's done is, it's all legitimate. She just has a service fee. Her service fee is reasonable, but she won't really mess you around because she knows the situation. So built this so that people don't really get messed around. They know exactly what to apply for, and they get every single document required. They get a sample of it from what they need here in Australia. And basically it's always the same documentation if you're US, New Zealand or Canadian, European, it's always the same. From the, Western European worlds, nations, it's always pretty much the same. Japan is pretty much the same, South Korea is pretty much the same. Other requirements from other countries like India, Pakistan, I learned that. It's not difficult, it's more stringent, I guess. But that's what AI can do, and so people will fill out this form, and there's a simple payment button that they fill out. Everybody has to create a customer profile. There are ways you can go around not doing that, but I think it's always best to have it for reference, to have their address details, and email, phone number, all that, so you can actually contact them. And if people don't want to go through that process, then that's fine. They can go through the traditional flyover and try to find a visa agent who will do the right thing. That's fine. And it could definitely help. There's thousands of Australians who want to live and work remotely in Thailand. Talk to me. I mean, I did it. I know how to do it. And I've now got this thing that's based on hundreds of applications. Anyway, let's just find a parking spot. Oh, this car was pulling out. Okay. I don't like parking there because that's where they drop the thing off. So I'll go around the other side. The reason I don't park at that place is that I've seen people throw in those trolleys. All right. Let's just pull in here. This one will do. Whoa. Oh, look at that. I'm going to go through here. The other day I saw an accident here. A guy I don't know what happened, but he was just going way too fast into the parking spot. All right. That looks all right. All right, so I'm going to go into the supermarket and get some stuff. You want to come with me? Let's go.